Next
There's
level.
I got a friend who's like a school administrator out in East LA, like Norco, which is basically like almost where LA meets the desert. And they got some fucking caballeros out there, and they have students, straight up students who ride horses to school, like instead of a car.
Wow,
like in
that's
2021
awesome.
in Los Angeles. Like it's
No,
fucking
is this
nuts.
like super rich kids riding?
No,
horses
no,
to
no,
school?
no, no, no.
No, these are actual
other way.
cowboys.
Other way. These are some caballeros.
They couldn't afford a moped.
They have
a horse somehow.
Yeah, they have agricultural programs at this high school. Yeah.
Jesus,
wow.
Yeah,
I've been watching that show Frontier, so like that actually sounds kind of cool to me. Like riding the horse to school. Like,
you know what this dude says that the people who ride the horses are like kind of into it. He's like, that's like they go visit him in between classes and whatever. And fucking
yeah, you would have to be a horse guy to choose the horse because like the terrain between them and school has to be so fucked for a cheap car not to be the correct answer.
Yeah. I mean, even like any horse is more expensive than like a moped or an e-bike or something.
Yeah, and you've got to feed it.
Yeah, I don't want to go into the weeds of motorcycles, but there are several that are very inexpensive trail-worthy options.
Yeah. Have you guys been fucking with e-bikes at all yet? Have you guys gone down the e-bike rabbit hole?
Just watch them on YouTube. I saw that you did a video on e-bikes, and it changed your mind about e-bikes, but I didn't see the video.
I have an e-bike called a vintage electric scrambler that is the fastest e-bike that you can buy, and it is shady. it goes they just upgraded the powertrain too, and it'll do 40, but it does 5 to 30 miles an hour in 5 seconds.
So this is an e-bike as opposed to an e-motorcycle.
Oh, I've ridden electric motorcycles as well. This is an electric bicycle that goes as fast as some motorcycles. But I did ride the Livewire, which is the Harley Davidson that's not a Harley Davidson. Yeah, that's my bike. It's fucking so fast, dude.
Dude, I'm
that
looking
thing
at it.
Is like a MotoGP bike on the bike path. It rips.
That is a motorcycle with pedals.
I go through brake pads really fast on that thing.
Look at that. It has like mountain bike disc brakes.
Yeah.
But it is clearly a motorcycle with pedals.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't actually have to use the pedals. It has a
Obviously.
throttle.
I want running boards. I want running boards.
Well, some of the bikes are like pedal assist or whatever.
Yeah.
But like this one has an actual throttle like a motorcycle. It rules.
Now, it doesn't have gears, I assume. Those are both brakes, front and rear brakes, those two levers I'm looking at.
It has front and rear brakes, and it has a regenerative brake. So when you lift off the throttle or when you squeeze the rear brake, it applies e-motor brake as well.
Which charges the battery. I get it. That's cool.
Yeah. But it's so fucking fast. And like you could be like, now I'm a pedestrian, now I'm a bicycle, now I'm a motorcycle, now I'm a bicycle, now I'm a motorcycle, now I'm a bicycle. Like you could be anything and however you want. But
you should need a license for that, but you don't.
And you should really wear a helmet. I don't all the time, but you really
none of these reviewers are wearing helmets.
A full face helmet. Yeah.
No, you should have a motorcycle helmet on for that.
I do have a motorcycle license, if that matters.
I guess I'm just talking about what should be. No,
you really should. And it's it has like 5 riding modes, 5 being the fastest and 1 being the slowest. And honestly, with this new powertrain in it, when I commute to work on it, because my office is like 6 miles from my house, when I commute to work on it, I use mode 2. Like I don't even put that shit in mode 5 because it just it scares me.
We have a couple of e-skateboards.
Oh yeah, those are gnarly.
I can use the top mode, but I don't want. It's not safe. It is not good. It goes so fast, you get speed wobbles. It accelerates so hard that you need to like hunker down and lean forward and prepare yourself for the launch that's about to happen. I use the pro mode, which is the second fastest mode.
It's appropriately named. You're like, oh, pro mode, yes. What's the fast mode called?
It's called GTR.
Hold the fuck on.
That's the name of it. Yeah. It's the fastest mode.
One of my customers in my shop just showed up on one of those real crazy stand-up scooters that's 2-wheel drive and has full suspension, and that shit is fucking shady too.
Dude,
it's so sketchy.
I like where stuff is going because like I don't know. Somehow it's like scooters and bikes. They don't need license. There are no rules. They barely follow traffic rules, but they are pretty much car capable almost.
Yeah.
Like if you're going 40 some miles an hour, then in the city you're a car.
Yeah.
But
Totally.
you have no helmet, no protective gear, no license.
No laws.
And you're riding on
It's too much.
You're swerving between cars, going on the sidewalk, bumping pedestrians, and then hopping back onto the street. It's hooligan shit, and it's fabulous.
Yeah,
it's making me nervous thinking about it.
Have you guys been in any really fast electric cars yet?
I never have. No,
they're
What's
really
fast. Like, is a Tesla 3 really fast?
A 3 is pretty fast, but like a Plaid or a Taycan Turbo S. The Taycan Turbo S is so fast it actually made me like physically ill. I got really nauseous making the video of the Taycan Turbo S. And the Teslas, the Porsches, the performance is more consistent and repeatable. Tesla gives you the fucking shit your pants power once, but it needs a period of cooling down to do it again. It doesn't really have the consistency of power delivery or brakes that you would expect from a Porsche. But a fucking Tesla Plaid runs like a 9-second quarter mile. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
I just found your video on the Porsche 2020 Taycan Turbo S, and the name of the video is "It's probably too fast."
Yes, it is. Because when you're driving those, especially on like the mountain roads where I drive, my car reviews, when you don't have gears or sound, you don't go, okay, this corner is going to be third gear, and you don't have any real frames of reference, and so you really, hi Cricket, that's Cricket, my insane cat, and you don't really have any frame of reference, and so you could enter a corner 40 or 50 miles an hour too hot, especially when these things are 700 horsepower and silent. The amount of speed that you are gathering in between each corner is extraordinary. And without the frame of reference for when and how much to brake, it can get really fucking hairy in some of those cars. And so
I've heard this about electric motorcycles, and I assume it's true with cars in that it's so quiet. You get feedback on what the tires are doing. Like you can hear a little bit of slip. You can hear, like, with the car going in like, I've never heard my tires. I can't hear them on my motorcycle. I have no idea. But it's like you hear this sort of
right. So the downside is what I just said. You could enter a corner way too hot and not realize it. The upside is at the other end of that corner, assuming you haven't sailed it off a cliff, on the way out, as you're applying power, you can hear the individual tire. Oh, my front left is squealing a little here. Let me adjust my rear. And you actually, like what he said, you can use those totally different auditory feedbacks to control the car on the way out of the corner.